Okay, I'm going to attempt to shave my Pomeranian here. We're going to go up in the high 70s this week, so it's time. She's a little scared. It's okay, Mischief. And I stopped taking him to a groomer because it just got too expensive. I mean, I have two Pomeranians in my other room. So I have to actually cut them up and get them shaved to make it more comfortable for them. So if you're into this and you want to see this, I'll show you how I actually cut my own dog. And I'll fast forward through some of the parts, and because this does take a good half an hour or so. All right, up you go, girl. Stay. Stay. And you got to get her chest. Now, I normally start from the ass, because that's usually where you'll get... I don't know if she's dirty or not. No, she's not dirty. I'm actually pretty surprised. And she is quite used to this. It's not something she's not used to. You know, she knows what's happening. She's 13 years old. And she's amazing for being 13 years old, I have to say. Yeah. Now these clippers I got, they're like, I don't know, EOC or something. I'll put it in the description what they're called. They're not cheap. They're not like your $20 Walmart clippers. So when I run this through here, it literally shaves this hair like butter, is what it does. Now this also helps me see, you know, does she have any fleas, anything going on with her skin, and that's very important. Now you want to make sure that you check, you know, how hot the blade is. So when you start getting close to her butt here, you're not burning her. And that's why I always start the back end first. And she seems to like this. I don't know if you can see her, but... Let's turn her around, please. Right about there. Okay. You know what I do? I tend to take off one layer first, which is kind of like the loose hair that sticks up. And then I go back over it again to get the next layer. And she's not too bad. We had this one Pomeranian. He died at 14 years old. And it was hell cutting him. I mean, literally, it was a 2, sometimes 3-hour job to cut him. It was just ridiculous. Now, what I'm doing right now is just roughing, is what I call it. I just get most of what you see in that loose hair off. Now, I'm not a hairdresser. I'm not a dog groomer. Yeah, I'm just a guy who bought a pair of clippers and thought, well, I'll figure it out. Because their hair will grow back. Now, the only place you got to be super careful of is around their ears. Because if you're not careful, you can cut their ears. Okay, get rid of the hair. And then as the hair piles up, we have to get rid of it. We'll end up like, I don't know, a grocery bag full of hair. Now right here behind the front leg, I can feel a knot because her hair got so long. And that's something you got to kind of finesse with the razor is what I call it, to get it. So. There, I got the knot. That's another reason why I like their hair to be short, because you don't have any knots. And when you clean around their butts really good, it keeps their butts clean. And this will be good for 6 months, maybe 7. You know, she doesn't fight or nothing. She's so used to this. Yeah. She knows what we're doing. And in a way, I think she likes it because, you know, when it starts to warm up, she'll be hot, right? I'm trying. Get around your butt. You really like that, don't you? See, the first layer is like the puffy fur, and then there's a second layer which is kind of like, you know, it's like it's matted, but it's really not matted. It's almost like a sheep or whatever. Because I try to take it down as short as I can. And she don't have much time left, but when we brought her in, I don't know what it was, but my wife tried everything. My wife tried cuddling with her, everything. And she wanted nothing to do with my wife. She would run back to me. I don't know why. She just decided to pick me. And from that day on, she has been beside my side for, well, 13 years. She sleeps with me every night in bed, is what she does. She runs and gets her little ball, and she brings it to me for me to throw, and you'd still think she was a pup with how quick she runs. She is an amazing little dog, I'll tell you. And if you don't know, if I didn't say, she's a Pomeranian. Black and white Pomeranian. Okay, I'm going to see if I can show you this. Get that hair out of here. Now, I'll try turning her to the camera. Now, over here, this is her ear, okay? Right here. So I put my hand on her ear. And then I make sure if I'm going to cut, I cut where my hand is. So if I hit anything, it's going to be my hands. See that? And I'm just grazing around her ear so I can see. See? And that's how I start. Now we're trying to get this puffy stuff. Right? Easy. And the last thing you want to do is hit their ear because that makes a mess. And I hate to say it, but I did it once. And I was able to get the bleeding stopped, but you only do it once and you learn very quickly. Wherever you cut you think it may hurt your dog, put your fingers there. So that way you don't mess up. Well, you had your ears up there, it was perfect for cutting. Yeah, keep your ears up. You're doing good, Mischief. Yes, you are, girl. Get rid of here. And it helps if you got a second person helping you because he puts his hand under her chest to keep her standing up while I cut. And then he also removes the hair off the desk, which makes it easier. Get rid of this hair, please. You didn't see it? Can't hear you. Mumble.
Didn't know there was a bunch more there still.
That's what I said. You can't see it? Now when I do her feet, I don't know if you can see this, because she does have, I just kind of run it down different ways. And I'm trying to do as much as I can before I go to the scissors. Yeah. I like that side. Now my German Shepherds, once in the blue moon I might have to do their asses, but I never do a German Shepherd. Pomeranians require cutting, and they require maintenance. And a person should check that when they get a dog. And if you get a high maintenance dog, it's because there are, like Maltese, there are other dogs that require maintenance that you have to do on a regular basis. And if you're not willing to do the shaving like I'm doing, then that turns into another bill. You know, you figure, I don't know, $50 a pop. And if you have 4 of them, you know, $200 gone. And every 6 months you're going back again. So. Okay, give me her butt. I want to do her tail. Right there. Now you feel the tail, you can feel where the end is. There's where the bone stops, right there. So what I do is I also I don't shave the tail bald. I tend to just go down the sides and just kind of take off a little bit. Now, especially underneath. See all this hair hanging here? That'll get in the way when she goes to the bathroom. So I try to cut that off. So that way when she goes number 2, she's not getting that in her hair. That's another reason for shaving the hair. Especially around this area. And again, I feel the end to see if it's hot. It's not even warm. That tells me I'm not going to burn her. Now, a lot of times, down by her belly, and she looks good, but when she goes number 1, your dog will get knots there. And basically some urine. So now, let me show you her butt. See if I can get her around here. And you can see what we got there. So she looks okay. Hold her. So now I'm going to work on this side a little bit. Around her butt. And I tend to do one side. And then I work on the other side. A lot of it's just by eye. I try to blend it. Now when I do her legs, I slow down a little bit because you'll start hitting the bone that sticks out in different places. And can you imagine having your bone hit with a big metal piece on that razor? So it's just a matter of saying, geez, I know how that would feel and I know how that would hurt. So you just kind of slow down in certain places. You're being so good, Mischief. Yeah, my baby. I'm almost at the front leg. Yeah, it's a little matted there. Not bad though. You can hear the razor and then it finally cuts through the mat. Very, very important your dog don't have mats. It'll create problems with their skin and everything else, actually. I also give my dogs that are 10 years old or older a small plate of rice, which actually makes their stools very firm, and a tablespoon of honey, believe it or not. Now, they've had honey since they were puppies, so they know what it tastes like. And I did that on purpose because honey, it actually, kind of like a vitamin C, it fights bacteria and other things. So it keeps them extra healthy. And I don't know if the honey's contributing to her life, but for a dog that's 13 years old, still running around like a puppy, really amazes me. Okay, I'm gonna try and do your chest, okay? Up. Oh, we gotta take that off. Yeah, we gotta take this off. There we go. And that's our flea collar. Good girl. You're doing good, but you're shaking. I don't know why. Yeah. Good girl. Now you could leave it around the neck, I guess, and then create like a lion look is what you could do. Get rid of that hair. Are you sliding because the table's slippery? I could put down a towel for you to stop that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could do that. You're doing good. Yes, you are. Get rid of that hair. Good job. Yes. Lift her up so I can do her belly. Whoa, what are you doing flipping her upside down? Her feet have to be touching, right? You can't just lift her up and expect her to fly. Okay. She's fine. Stand her up. Turn. Okay. Where's those ears? We don't want to cut those. I keep feeling behind the ears, down the middle of her head, around the ears. I want to see if I feel any matting. And I don't, which is a good sign. You start feeling matting on your Pomeranian, it means you waited too long to cut it. I had one little mat on her front leg and that was it, so that's awesome. Turn. Her butt. Looks really good. Okay. Get rid of here. Now you'll notice, okay, I did pretty good. Not bad. And that's the clippers. Okay. Nice and clean. And yeah, give it a shake. Looking good. Now, we'll take the scissors and we'll do, I call it, I don't know what they call it. I call it shaping. Any place the razor kind of didn't do very good. Again, like I said, I always grab the ear. There's no way I'm going to accidentally cut her ear. Not in a million years. So, yeah. Now we can take my comb, my trusty comb, Mischief. Yes. A fun fact with her, stand her up please, was when we first got her, I don't know what it was with her, but she would actually go to the bathroom standing up. She would climb the wall, be standing straight up like a human, and then she would literally go to the bathroom. She did that for like 5 years. You know, and I took her to the vet for it. He didn't know. He said, just weird things some dogs do. I was like, wow. Now I use this comb, has very fine bristles, or bristles, to get any matting that's under the fur. Do you like that? Do you like that? And you'll notice through this whole situation, she was not stressed out. She wasn't flipping out. She wasn't trying to bite anybody. No, she's actually yawning right now. She's like, this is boring. Is it? Is it boring? Huh? I could trim a little bit around the legs yet, but you're Look at the camera for me. And that is how I shave down a Pomeranian. Mischief. Yes. I'll get you guys on the next one.